So, Wordle is the latest trend nowadays, said people on the internet about 2 months ago, which explains why I'm making a video on it today. Actually, that's not the whole story. The real reason I never cared much about Wordle is because it was a super popular TV quiz show here during the 90s, which is when I grew up. So when I saw that it had gone viral, I just kind of shrugged my shoulders and went, yeah, that game is cool, but I watched it before it was cool, so I don't really need to get into this. But then I became aware of Solkati, which is the Fire Emblem equivalent, and I got hooked and things got a little bit out of hand. You can find this game by googling or clicking a link in the description. Shoutouts to Dupu for creating it, I'm sorry. So, a quick recap of the rules of Wordle. You have 6 chances to guess a word of 5 letters. After every guess, the game will highlight letters as follows. Green means a letter is correct and in the right place. Yellow means the letter is correct but in the wrong place. And gray means the letter is not in the word at all. So in this case, I know that this word has N and I in the right place. I know A is in there somewhere, but not in the first place. And I know E and R are straight up not in the word I'm looking for. Now in Wordle, you're not allowed to brute force by guessing imaginary words. Like I can't just, enter A to figure where the A should go, even if that accurately represents my current state of mind. If I want to guess this word, I'll have to do so using real Fire Emblem 5-letter words. The normal way to do this would just be to sit there for however long it takes to try and come up with a word that fits the criteria, and then do that up to 5 more times until I either win or game over. The nerdy, try-hard approach would be to look up words on wiki.org, which is where this game pulls its words from, and then scan them for words that would fit. Option C would be to create a database in Google Sheets with a lot of these 5-letter words I found on wiki.org that I can supplement as I find more words, that I can sort in any way to make it easy to find just the right word to guess. Wouldn't that be problematic? Yeah, here it is. Does that mean I'm cheating? We can discuss that in a bit, but for now, let's see if it actually works, right? Alright, let's put this baby to the test, shall we? I got a new word today, so we'll open with Aenir. Historically the best opener ever, that's why I've got it marked like that in the sheet. And we got an E somewhere, so what we can do is try to see what spot the E could be in, while also trying to guess other letters. So I'll just look for something with an E, let's say in the first position. And we can try FE, which would get us 2 different spots for the E. Not a whole lot of other letters. We already have an I, so maybe E3. None of my guesses are great here. Ellen. None of these are great. Let's see what other options we have. Maybe the N or the E in the 3rd position. Let's see what that can do. So let's look for the E here. We got Sita, not very good. Deke, not very good. Elena. I don't like it very much. Myra is not very good. Sloof. I like Sloof because it has all new letters. So we'll try Sloof. Okay, so still no correct positions, but we do have an L. So we could try the L in the 1st position, for example. Let's see if we can find something there. Steel, then an L. I'm not saying my strategy is the best or anything, but Lowen? It can't be it, but it does give us W guess. It's okay. We'll keep it in mind. Layla. Can't be it either. Yeah, no N and no I makes it tricky. We should try an O though. I would like to see if an O is in there though. So we'll try Lowen. Alright, there we go. So now we know 2 letters in the right position, and we know that the L is in the last position because it can't be in the first. Or it can't be in the middle, I guess. Let's see what options we have for L in the 3rd position. It's possible my word is not in the database. It's by no means complete. We need something with O as well. Dolph? Let's see words with the O instead. That's probably easier. Let me mark these with my good old coloring tool. And then sort it with words with an E in the 3rd position. We'll see if it's in there or not. Or in the 4th position, I mean. So we got words with an E in here. And we'll mark those. Boy, that's a lot of them. Yodel. That could be it. Yodel could be it. Because it still has the L. And we haven't got a Y yet. Also haven't gotten a D yet. So I think I'm going to guess that next. Yodel can't be it. Yodel is a boss, by the way, from Fire Emblem I think 12 and 3 book 2. Roger can't be it. Cohen can't be it. Boys can't be it. By the way, my cursor is appearing here because my spreadsheet, the capture cursoring thing works a weird way. So Lowen, I think that's all the possibilities we really have. I'm gonna guess Yodel, which used to be the name for FE6 Yodel until they changed translations. So let's try Yodel. Still not it. Apparently the L is in the 3rd position because it's not in the 1st and it's not in the 5th. So Oleg. Okay, so we know the L is in the middle. So it probably means my word just isn't in here. Let me mark all my words with an L. We already know where it is, so we don't have to guess this L. If we can get a better idea here. Because, yeah, nothing really works out here. So I'm going to have to check the wiki for a better option. I have to, like, try to think of a word, which is the hard part. But then again, it's what the game is all about, isn't it? Okay, I came up with something. I think it might be Golem, which are the enemy type in Fates. The big monsters, because there's no G yet. Puts the L in the right position and puts the M in the right... I mean, I don't even know if there's an M in there, but... it puts the L in the right position. And there's 2 new letters on that, so that can't be it. Let's try it. Got him. Nice. Let me add it to the database too, so that I can use it for future guesses. It's probably not going to be the correct guess in the future. It's useful to have more words in here just for guesswork. Okay, so new day, new attempts. We'll just start with good old Aenir, see where that goes. I got an A and an R. Different places, so I guess we'll try the R in the first place. Roark seems kind of good. Try 2 R's, that's fine. Try the A in a different spot, I like that. Let's try Roark. It's the boss of, I think, the Joffrey chapter, part 3 of Radiant Dawn. Wrong spots again, eliminated a lot of letters. Maybe the A or the R in the second spot. Let's try the A in the first position, which would mean we'd have to put the R in like the 3rd position. Maybe I should mark those, hold up. I'll try the A in the 2nd position, because actually we already tried the A in the 1st position. Aaron Barst. Barst could be it. New letters. No letters in the same positions. Got an S and a T, always good letters to have. Okay, there we go. There we go. So we got the A and the R correct, but the other letters are not in there. So it can't be anything starting with a B, because the B is not in there. The G could still be in there, so we could try... Garen is not correct, because there's O, there's no T, there's no O for Jarrett. Jarth, nope, can't be it. Can't be Karel, can't be Carla. Larum is a possibility. We haven't tried the... Yeah, these are all new letters. I think I'm gonna try Larum. Larum? Okay. So it looks like we should try the M in the 1st position then, or the 4th position. Let's see what gives us better possibilities. So it can't be Maria. So Maria, Marty Party, because it can't be Maria. There's nothing else in my database that fits. So let's try Marty Party, and then we'll have a Y as well. Actually, it can't be Marty because there's no T in there. So actually, that can't be it. So it can't be Marty or Maria. So the word. If the M is in there, it's not in my position. Let's try the M in the 4th position then, see if it's in a database at all, or if we have to figure something out. But I don't see anything that has the A and the R in the right position. So I think the word I'm looking for is not in my database yet. I have to figure something out here. I'm gonna look on Wikipedia or FireEmblem.org, whatever, and look for ones that start with an M. So funnily enough, Marth was not in my database, I think. But it could have been him if it wasn't for the fact that there's no T in there. And other than that, the only other possibility I see is like Mirage. I mean, it could be it. It picks a random person, I think. Only thing with a D is Darren. That's not gonna work. Karel, Karen, Carla. Those all do not work. Yeah, I don't think this is a character. At least not one that's listed on the wiki. So it might have to be like an item or something. So March doesn't really quite fit either. For marching. You know, March is actually an okay fit, thinking about it a little more. So we'll try that. I don't know if we'll take it, because it's not really a Fire Emblem term, but it's part of March Ring, so who knows? Oh, nice. That's actually it. I got him. Okay. I was confused because for some reason I thought the R wasn't in there because this was the second R I guessed in this one. So that's why I skipped on March. But yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay. Next one. All right. Let's do one more. Let's just do one more. So Renea. Ooh. All right. We got something to work with here. What do we got? We got R, I, and E all in there. Okay. But they're in the wrong spots, so let's see what we got starting with I. I don't think there's much, so we can just eliminate those possibilities. I need something with an R in there. I'm not seeing anything with it starting with an I, so I don't think it's there. It could still be, of course. With the E, a couple more options. E tree is an option. That's all I see. We can try that. You know, I'd like some new letters. We also get some new letters here. This is a pretty good guess. Let's go with E tree. It does put the I in the wrong spot again, but it also might put it in the right spot. I think it's fine to just try this. Let's see. Okay, they're all still in the wrong spots. Okay, good to know. And we have no T. No T to spill. No second I either, which is fine. We still want to try some new letters, but I could keep trying to fit these in the right spots, which I think I will. Let's try the R in the second position. Maybe that'll give us something. Ream is an option. No, it's not because there's no A. Yeah, I'm gonna guess none of these are it. So I guess there's no R in second position, or it's not in my database. That's also a possibility. I don't mind Percy because it also gives us the P and the C. And I think it puts everything in new positions too. Alright, Percy, let's try it. Okay, still no correct ones. And also there was actually no I in there, so that was my B. But we tried the other letters, so honestly I don't even mind this guess too much. But we should really get guessing now. We should really get the right word now. We should try to get the right word. Okay, so we know the E is in the third or the last position. We know the R is in the second or the last position. We know the second position R doesn't really give us much. Let's try the R in the last position. See what that gets us. A lot of possibilities here. We need something with an E in there. So how about we highlight these for, say, an E in the third position, which is about here. So Fernand van Ayer is an option. We haven't had the G yet, but there's no A in there, so we can skip that. Roger can't be it because the R is not in the first position. Also, the E is not in that position. Yeah, that's actually not good. The E options end here. Might just not be a character name again. Retta can't be it. Trade cannot be it. And Trude cannot be it. So, if it's like that, it's not in my database. I have to think here. We could try Volk, because it puts the E in maybe the right position, and every other letter that we guess is new. The V, O, L, K, and E. They're all new. So I kind of like this option. Even though it's obviously not the correct guess, it will give us much more information for the last two guesses. Or not. Well, I mean, we got the L, I guess. That's good. So we got the L, and we know the E is in the second position. So we know that now. But, ooh, there's a lot of things not in here. We know 4 letters. We just don't know which order they're in. We have a lot of information, and yet we have little information. There's one letter we don't know. But pretty much any guess without these 4 letters we can eliminate. So there's not a lot of possibilities, but it's the matter of finding them now. So I guess we just like put these in a bunch of different orders and see where that gets us. Let's experiment a little bit with words we can come up with. So we got rail. I think there's 24 possibilities with this. How do we structurally go through this? E, IRL. I wonder if it's me IRL. We also know that it can't be a lot of these. Like, we actually know that, for example, we already know the E is in the second position. We already know that, so we can just put that here. We don't have to go through all these possibilities. No, it's not here. It's middle position, E, here. And everything else is to fit around it. And we know the R is only here or here. We know the I is... I'm pretty sure it's not going to be first. It seems unlikely. It can be the last or second last, though. I can be here or here. Yeah, I think that's a proper way to look at it. one of these three. Because the R and the I cannot be anywhere else. Okay, so we just Sudoku'd some eliminations. So for example, we know it's not going to be like this, because I don't think there's any Fire Emblem words like that. So we can cross out that possibility. Okay, actually this conclusion about these two I's being two possibilities is actually not true, because the first position can be an I as well. It's kind of unlikely, but it's possible, so I should consider it. Like, I know it wasn't in my database, but it could still be in there somewhere. And I see these options, now I see is Liar Gaming, which is not helping. It's very distracting when you know there's a word that almost fits but doesn't, but it just keeps popping up in your head. But these are the possibilities that I can see, and none of them inspire me to come up with like a word that fits Fire Emblem. I think I'm onto something. I think we could try Grail. I think that fits everything. It puts the R in a spot it can be, puts the I in a spot that it can be in. The L, we haven't had the G yet, so I think I'm open to trying Grail just to see if my guesses are correct. And if it's not correct, you know, we still have another guess, but this is a word it could be, and that's really all I wanted from all this puzzling. Let's try Grail. Yeah, the R is correct, the I is correct. Yeah, they could all be correct. Ah, nice, nice. All right, puzzling paid off. Okay, that was an interesting Sudoku way of going about it, but you know, we got it eventually. Nice. So now that we've played a couple of games, I think we can conclude that the database helps, to say the least. But is it cheating to use one? Well, here's the way I see it. Cheating means breaking the rules, but as far as I know, this game has no rules other than the ones that the game actually enforces, such as only having 6 guesses and only being able to use Fire Emblem words of exactly 5 letters to guess. Does using a tool like this give you an advantage over someone who doesn't? Sure as hell does. Like, I'm super impressed with anyone who's able to win or even play this game without looking up words. But I found that trying to do that just results in sitting there trying to come up with viable guesses. And this way of playing it gives me a more puzzle-like approach, and I find that much more enjoyable. I think the database is effectively a shortcut to the best technique for playing this game, remembering as many words as possible and using them to eliminate all the options other than the potentially correct ones. I'd love to have a brain big enough to remember all the information required, but I don't, so I choose to use this instead. So in the end, just like Fire Emblem, this is a single player experience and not a real competition, so I think the best way to play it is to play it the way you enjoy the most. That's just my perspective though. Let me know what you think down below. Maybe like, subscribe, and try playing some Soul Calibur yourself. Peace.